and we we do evidence-based practices and have some groups and some clubs. We have some gardening clubs and walking clubs and anything with evidence-based practices, trying to grow our recovery community center. And what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for new beginnings.
That's awesome. Thank you, Tim. I also forgot to press record. So just because we're recording, welcome to the Logan Mason ROSC meeting. Cammie Garrison, go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Cammie Garrison. I am the new Region 3 ROSC TA. I started about 3 weeks ago. So I'm just here to learn and take it all in and get to know everybody. So thank you. And I am thankful for this new job that I recently started because so far I like it a lot. So thank you.
Good. Thank you, Cammie. All right, Amy.
I am Amy Hopper from the McLean County Health Department. And an update is that we were just accepted by the state to be part of the drug overdose prevention program. And just the very beginning of trying to figure out exactly what that entails. But I know that there will be lots of community support to be able to do that. So excited to see how that unfolds. And so I come to this for Logan ROSC or Logan Mason. So I'm actually live in Lincoln and lived in Mason County for a lot of my adult life. But McLean County is also very rural. And so just like to see and hear what you guys are doing that could help some of the rural parts of McLean County as well.
Thank you, Amy. All right, Leanne.
Hello, good to see you, Miss Grace.
It's been too
So
long.
I am Leanne. I work for Sangamon County Department of Public Health, and there I am with the state's early intervention program. And I'm sure some of you at least know or may be familiar with early intervention. We work with kids from birth until they turn 3, kids who have delays in their development. We can get referrals from anybody. Our evals are at no cost. So if anybody has a concern about their child's development, or if they know of a child where there might be a concern, we can receive a referral from anyone. We have to have evals completed within 45 days of referral. And if a child's eligible, then we work on finding services that can take place in the child's home or via live video visit. And as long as the child's eligible, we can follow them till they turn 3, and then we make a referral to the child's local school district for that school district to do evaluations and take over services. And as far as what I'm grateful for, my kids are coming home from college. I pick up one from the airport tomorrow and the other one on Saturday, and I can't wait to be able to just give them a hug and cook for them.
That's awesome. Thank you. All right, Tyler.
Hi, everyone. I'm at Chestnut as well. My name's Tyler. I am on the prevention side of things. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is teaching kids called the Too Good for Drugs curriculum. So I've been very busy with that. Something I'm thankful for. I'm just thankful that it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm a huge fan of this holiday season. So it's very exciting for me.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tyler. All right, Sammy or Samantha.
Hey everybody, I'm Samantha. I am a person with lived experience. Second, I am a case manager in Chestnut Bloomington Inpatient Treatment Center, and I also just recently took my exam and passed for my certified peer recovery support specialist. So yeah, it's amazing. I am grateful that it doesn't hurt my family and friends to love me today, and that I get to continue to show up and fight for not just myself, but other people.
That's awesome. Thank you. All right, Nadia.
Follow that. Awesome, Sammy. Thank you. My name is Nadia Kleekamp. I work at Chestnut Health Systems. I do all the things. I have the opportunity to work or have worked with a lot of you in some way, shape, or form. Anything from prevention to Narcan distribution to recovery supports through our ROSC councils. Let's see here. Something I'm thankful for. Okay, I'm going to be really cliche maybe, but the participation and the time that you're investing into the betterment of your community by participating in this meeting today, and then your true passion and concern for other humans is cool. And I'm thankful for that. And I have kiddos, which I'm very grateful for, but knowing that we're shaping a community and a world, hopefully that they can grow up in and learn to have the supports they need and thrive as humans. So it's really wordy. Sorry, Grace. So go ahead.
It's okay. I was going to say that. All right, Danny.
Good afternoon, everyone. Danny Sorbis. I'm the Region 2 ROSC Community Mentor Liaison, just here for support, something that I am grateful for. My family and my recovery. I named 2 things, sorry.
You can do 2. It's okay. All right. Thank you, Danny. All right, Frankie.
Hi, everyone. I am Frankie Ward. I'm the recovery specialist on the Ford County ROSC. I'm also a person in recovery. I'm thankful for Google. My fiance recently started a new job where he's gone throughout the week, and he was the one that cooked for myself and our 5 kids. So thank goodness for Google. So that's how I've been cooking dinner in the crock pot the past few weeks.
I love it. Thank you, Frankie. All right, Abby.
Hi, everyone. I'm Abby Behrens. I am with Bright Point in Bloomington, and I work for the Butterfly Project, case management and counseling for families and children exposed to domestic violence. I don't know honestly, I'm really just thankful for the lunch that I'm eating right now. So please excuse my munching, but I've had a long day and I'm really hungry. But I also love my children, and I mimic Nadia, just love all the work and community support that there is in Logan County, as well as all the other counties we serve, which are a lot of these familiar faces as well. So
Thank you, Abby. I feel that with the lunch. All right, next is Jarrett.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jarrett Burton. I'm actually the coordinator for the DuPage County ROSC, so we're up in the northern western Chicago suburbs. I'm also a person in long-term recovery, and I am here like Danny just to have some support. I try to pop into other ROSC meetings throughout the state just to show some support and see what everybody else is working on. So very glad to be here with y'all. And I am thankful to actually be around for the holidays. It's been a few years in a row now, but for a long time I wasn't there. So I'm glad that I can actually be present and be part of my family again. So thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Jarrett. I appreciate you being here. All right, William.
I'm not sure if my computer is working. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, I'm with SIU in Lincoln. We currently have a MAR program where we're doing medicated assisted recovery. I'm the current CHW here. I don't actually administer any of the treatment. I kind of help people get into the program. We are starting to do, I want to say, the Vivitrol shots, maybe for alcohol. And there's another one that I'm not as familiar with that is a shot as well. But we're starting those programs as well. So I'm just happy to be here and get some more information on our community and how we can help.
Thank you, William. Okay, Denise.
Sorry, it's taking me a while to get everything undone. I am Denise King. I am the manager of the outpatient clinics for mental health and substance abuse for what is now called Trillium Place, more likely known as Tazwood Center, or maybe you knew us as Unity Place for the few years we were that. So I have just become the manager of this program for the last year, but I've been in community mental health for a very long time. I'm here with my new supervisor, Deneen.
Hello. Hi.
We're just sitting in learning about what's going on in Logan County because we have a clinic there and we don't know much about Logan County.
That's fair. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go with Alex Dawson.
My name is Alex Dawson. I'm a retired clinician. Unfortunately, my Zoom worked well this morning, but the camera's not working today, but at least I can hear you. But I am thankful that the Lord woke me up this morning, and I'm grateful to hear.
Thank you, Alex. All right, Cassie.
Hello, my name is Cassie Delaney. I work with Memorial Behavioral Health, mental health services, crisis services, as well as 988. The two counties that are within this ROSC are Logan Mason counties. I don't really have any updates, but I will say I am thankful for good health. It's been quite a battle this year with the kids. So right now I'm really hopeful that we can keep it through the year and stay healthy.
Awesome. Thank you, Cassie. All right, Naomi.
There we go. Hello, my name's Naomi Willis. I work with Gateway Foundation. We do substance use and mental health services. Right now, we're down in Jacksonville and Springfield, which is closest to Logan and Mason, but we are still looking for, I guess this counts as an update. We're still looking to get our date set for the opening for our Bloomington location, which will be coming up soon. And I also just wanted to share, for those that haven't been here for me saying this before, that we are going to be coming back to the Peoria area on Sheridan Road. So we're looking for a date, which is a little bit further out. I am one of the business development coordinators for the Central Illinois region. So Logan, Mason County, and then take that all the way up to Rock Island. That's my area. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be healthy, and I'm thankful for community support.
Thank you, Naomi. Okay, I think that was everybody. Did I miss anyone? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so I am Grace Irvin. I am a prevention coordinator with Chestnut Health Systems, serving the Logan Mason ROSC, and also the Logan Mason Subs Grant. So I am excited to have you all here. I'm so thankful for all of you, for everything that you guys do. If you weren't here, this would not be possible. So I am very grateful. Okay, so okay, sweet, it's working. Cool. Awesome. So again, welcome to the ROSC Council meeting. We're just going to do a brief overview of what the ROSC is, just a refresher. And you can read the SAMHSA definition, but the mission statement for the Logan Mason ROSC is improving access to health, wellness, and holistic recovery options for people who are at risk of or suffering from substance use disorders, while educating and connecting Logan and Mason counties to reduce stigma and improve recovery outcomes. So, okay, so Jeanette had a baby, and I was given full permission to tell everyone about this adorable Ellie Marie Davis. I just utilized this moment to do this, but she's adorable. It's also Jeanette's birthday, but she's precious. Jeanette and Elliot are loving their baby girl. She's doing amazing. So I just thought I would give you guys some baby pics. That was really it. And Samantha, if you would like to pop unmute and just kind of give us an update of what is happening with the Recovery and Action Group.
All right, bear with me. This is my first time doing this. So, yeah, I'm just winging it. I got a little meeting agenda, but so on Tuesday, there was actually only 2 of us who showed up. However, I called a bunch of people and bugged them just because, you know. So we talked about the Christmas parade It is December 7th at 6:30. So far we have about 4 or 5 people who are willing to walk in the parade with us. I did sign us up for it. So even if it's just me and one other person, we're gonna be holding the sign walking. So yeah, we are gonna do the Christmas parade. And then I seen another ROSC do a recovery phone list. And I thought that it was really interesting. So we talked about that as well. And there's actually like 8 or 9 people who are willing to be on this phone recovery list. And I had talked to Jeanette about it, and she said that she was going to put it on the QR code so that when everybody just, they scanned our QR code, that phone numbers would show up as well. So if people need, just somebody to talk to, or if they need help trying to find a meeting, or, just anything that we can help them with. And if we can't do it, then maybe we know somebody who can. So I think that is pretty awesome. So I invited Tim to talk about A New Horizon. I actually went over there yesterday and looked at it, and it was pretty amazing. And then the other thing is Jeanette had wrote on here open suggestions for trainings people would like to have. We talked about Narcan training. I'd really like to do that, or we would really like to do that. And then there's also a hang on, where's my phone? There's also a suicide training. And it is on Zoom. It is December 6th. And it is through Illinois Behavioral Health. So I have all the information for that, and the registration is free. So if anybody would like to register to do that, I do have the information. And then I think that is about it.
Awesome.
How did I do?
You did amazing. Oh my gosh, Samantha, I love it. Do you know what time on December 7th the parade is?
Yeah, it's at 6:30.
Okay. And what's the route?
The route is hang on just a second. We have to meet on Wyatt. And then I don't know exactly what the streets are. We go from Wyatt and then up around the square.
Okay.
Around the courthouse. I have the email here. I can send you the information.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And
We
then
did it last year, and it was me and Jeanette and our kids, and it was awesome. It really was. We just need to figure out the candy situation and the like we threw stress balls and stuff last year, and pins, and all kinds of stuff. So we just need to figure that out. But other than that, we should be good with the banner and stuff.
well, awesome. And then can you send me the information for the training on December 6th?
Yes.
And I can send that out to everybody.
All right, I'll send it to you now.
Thank you.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Anything else for you?
Think so. I mean, just spread the word, recovery in action. We had 2 people, but it's all right.
It's all
We're
right.
gonna keep doing it. So
Keep going. All right. The next meeting for the Recovery in Action is December 12th at 4:30 at 5th Street, which is exciting. So
yeah.
thank you, Samantha.
You're welcome.
All right, next we have a very exciting thing. So Tristan is here and he is going to share his story. I want to brag a little bit about Tristan before he starts talking. He has been amazing with Mason County. He has helped start a recovery support group, if that's the correct terminology. You can, change whatever. But he has been such an advocate and a huge help with the Logan Mason ROSC. So we are very excited to have you here, Tristan, and you can take the floor.
Thank you very much, Grace. I appreciate it. And I'm very thankful for the ROSC community and Jeanette and Sammy and the people that I've worked with. They have been very, very good to me and helped me with different resources and different things. Actually, last night I talked to the group. We had made a group decision to kind of turn directions and go with Celebrate Recovery. And that is something that we're going to start next week here in town in Havana at the Church of Christ. So we'll get flyers made and stuff like that, but that's something that we'll be working on. But let's see, let's get started. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my first times actually telling my stories. So like Sammy, bear with me if you would, and we'll get through this short and sweet. But I was born in '82 with to a single mother. Grew up without a father, which was very, very tough in this world we live in today, trying to be a man without a father to teach us direction and kind of lead the way for us. At an early age, I dealt with suicide in my family. My first father figure took his own life at a very young age. So from that point on, it was kind of set the tone for my life. At the time I didn't realize what happened. I just knew that something had happened to him and he wasn't no longer with us. As time went on, my family told me, and I realized what suicide was. So going forward into high school and things, as a young man, I started to mess around with a little bit of alcohol and smoking cigarettes, that type of thing, which quickly led into a multitude of different drugs, meth and different things. Come to my senior year of high school, and my best friend shot himself one night. And I remember it like it was yesterday, but he got his second DUI. He got his first one 6 days after getting his license, but then turned around, got another DUI and took his own life that night. So here again, I dealt with suicide. It was thrown right in my face at that time. So, and after that, the drugs and alcohol seemed to get a little worse, especially the alcohol. It was the way that I coped with it. I didn't have the foundation that I have today. And our Lord, I didn't have that. I was doing it the only way I knew how at the time. And so going forward, sports was one thing that I always found a passion in, and that kept me in check in school and different things. So after high school, I went on to be a pitch in college. I was a pitcher, and I went to a 2-year school, transferred down to a 4-year school, ended up getting my bachelor's degree. But while I was in there in 2005, after my son was brought into the world early, my wife, or my girlfriend, soon became my wife, but girlfriend at the time, had preeclampsia. And so he was taken early and he was in the NICU unit down at St. John's in Springfield. In January of 2005, things went bad and I ended up losing my little one, my first son. And this really, I tell people that life kind of just took off after that. A lot of drugs, a lot of different things, a lot of just to bury the pain of losing this little guy. and really didn't have a clue what to do. Like I said, I still had no foundation. I had nothing. I was just out there lost, just surviving. Thought of suicide and different things, a multitude of times. That was one thing, like I said, being exposed to it at such a young age, that was the only way I knew how to deal with pain. And to tell you how I was hurting was to, want to take my own life at the point. And whether, at that point, I really didn't want to take my own life. It was just the fact that I was hurting that bad. And that was the only way I knew how to explain it. So I'm going to fast forward to 2020. And at this point, I was going through my second divorce. And so at this point, I had a couple stepchildren and a daughter of 3 years. She was 3 years old this time. And things weren't very good at home, let's put it that way. And I knew things were falling apart. And so was I. And my life was totally falling apart. My cousin asked me at the time if I wanted to get baptized. We had just buried his son at 16 years old, died in a car accident here in Havana. And so, he knew that I was going through trouble and asked me if I'd like to be baptized. And that was kind of the start of my relationship with the Lord then. I mean, I always believed. I was always a believer, but I really didn't know who Jesus was. I didn't know any of it, and so I went and I got baptized. And right after getting baptized, I went to Gateway down in Springfield. And I, while in Gateway, it was during COVID in 2020. So I went in, long story short, it took me 11 days to get out of the COVID wing. And then when I finally got out of there, some of the first messages I got was, I want a divorce and your daughter's not yours. So it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks then, because I went to Gateway under the impression of go get the help you need and become the father that you can be coming home. So anyway, so I dealt with that while I was in Gateway. Then I was released, and I still had some problem. I was still drinking. I had some episodes, and got in some trouble. And on November 3rd of 2020, we buried one of my best friends that had a heart attack in his sleep. But the following day, or that night, I got in some trouble, ended up in jail. So I knew I had to do something in life. I had to turn this around. And it finally, I told God, I said, look, I've done it this way for this many years, and it's just worn me out. Let's do it your way now, and that's what I did. And I turned my life around, and I started going to church. I knew where that I'd have to, that's where I needed to be. I felt like this was my last chance. My only saving grace at the time was, or up until that point, was I had a second child in 2006, my son. And he was the one I was living for forever. And he went through it all with me. And today, with God's grace, I can say that we have a great relationship. He's the happiest that I've ever seen. He knows that dad is better, and dad is a totally different person. And he was a driving force behind that. Like I said, I started going to church. Let me back up a little bit. I went through the second divorce. I went into treatment. I was 187 pounds. I'd lost almost 100 pounds in a short period of time due to stress and everything else. So coming out of there, like I said, I knew I had to get my life back in check. And if I was going to do it, we were going to do it the right way. And I'll back up. I'm sorry. At the same time that I lost my child, I had a back surgery. I had some back trouble, and I went in and got surgery. Well, it was the start of a terrible addiction to pain pills. And I dealt with that for up until just 3 years ago and had to go through, while I was in Gateway, and before they had me on Suboxone and different things, and even thought that I wouldn't get off of it, that type of thing. But today, like I said, through God's grace and the Vivitrol shot and just a lot of work, I'm totally free of everything. And it's just been, like I said, with God's grace, I'm here to be able to tell my story, to try to help somebody else. And also, you know, going through things, and I talked to my group and stuff about it. I wanted to be sober, but I wanted to be sober and happy. I didn't want to be, you know, like sober and grumpy all the time and not happy about it and that type of thing. So, you know, I had to, like I said, I had to spend my time in church. There's times I wanted to turn around and leave. I thought he's speaking right to me. You know, this is not, I got to get out of here. But I knew that this is my only chance. And I stayed right there, and with God's grace, and God is at work in my life. And it's amazing that the things that have changed and are starting to turn around. And it's people like you guys and stuff that gave me hope. And that's what, you know, living in Mason County and trying to get sober, like Grace and I talked about, it was very tough coming out of Gateway to Mason County with no resources whatsoever to keep me sober. I had a heck of a battle with it for quite a while, but I was determined, and I still am. And I'm also now determined to keep passing that on to others and give them hope, just like I had, just like you guys have done for me. So, I mean, I don't want to, that's pretty much my story wrapped up into, I mean, as quick as I could possibly do it, and keep it, you know. So I know I've missed things, but I tried to, like I said, I did the best I could, and thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much, Tristan. Can you talk a little bit about the peer support group that you started?
Yes, I started the group, like I said, actually first it was me and a friend of mine that were staying sober at the time. And he was actually a non-believer. So I was caught up in, you know, starting the group. I didn't want to turn anybody away. So we were AANA, not really tied to anybody, just kind of an accountability group for people to show up and, you know, once a week to just talk about our problems and get things off our chest. And like I said, give people a place to come to and be with us, that have, you know, and work together to get through this world, you know, to make it a better place.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tristan. The chat is blowing up. You killed it. You did so good. Thank you. Okay, well, we're going from some inspirational things to business. It's a really good transition. But we are gonna, so our strategic plan, we are just gonna we have not a lot of minutes, but we are gonna sift through it real fast. Not really fast, but we're gonna talk through it. And I would like input on if we need to add or subtract things. So I am submitting this. Oh, now it's freaking out. Okay, here we go. I'm submitting this to the state at the end of the month. So I wanted to get your input on it because you guys are a part of the ROSC. So we have our introduction, what we believe in, and then our goals for the next 3 to 5 years. So is access, opportunities, awareness, and advocacy. So we, a couple months ago, really dived deep into our SWOT analysis, which was incredibly helpful. We were able to move things around, right? So having a Oxford House was really awesome in the 5th Street building because we're expanding, which is really cool. So we were able to move things around, which is awesome. So the first thing is we would like to improve access to recovery support services. So we host monthly council meetings and we post videos to YouTube. So we have meetings are very consistent with the ROSC, which is really great. And we will stay consistent, and we'll stay consistent with adding the videos to YouTube. We host guest speakers at the council meetings, which, oh my gosh, we just did that. To foster increased membership, awareness, and collaborative spirit around the work we are doing, and then grow regular council participation by 5% in year 3 to an average attendance of 18. That is obviously an ongoing thing. You can't guarantee that we're always going to have that number at everything, but I think that we definitely have people who are consistent and who are strong supporters, even if they aren't able to hop on these meetings, which is, I think, the most important. We maintain involvement with PLE and grow PLE council participation through increased outreach. Add 2 to 4 new council participants with lived experience each year. And I think that this really kind of applies to the RIA group too, because they are a subcommittee in a sense to the ROSC. So the ROSC is here to help support that RIA group in whatever efforts and outlets that they want to do. So we were super grateful for that, just because there were 2 people at the last meeting. There have been bigger numbers as well. I think it's just also time of year, is kind of a killer for everything. So don't be sad about that, Samantha. You are rocking it. Is there anything anybody would like to add or have questions about on that section? Cool, I'm going to take silence as we continue on. All right, so we want to begin to work to advocate for improved transportation options to facilitate getting to and from recovery services. So we know that this is a huge barrier in our communities, it's okay, it's a thing. But we definitely will continue to advocate for improved transportation options with local community governments. We will partner with local show bus and taxis who help with ride share, try to continue to find those resources. They're limited in these counties, but if we continue to advocate, maybe we can break that barrier. So we want to support and advocate for increased harm reduction, MAR, and wraparound services, increase access to MAR treatment options within our network. So SIU is incredibly amazing, and so is Trillium. So we're grateful for that. We have invited MAR advocates to speak at the ROSC Council meeting, so completed. So that's amazing. And then increase Narcan, naloxone, peer recovery specialist access, which we have like Sue Tisdale is amazing. She is a rock star, and she'll talk more about why she's a rock star later with the vending machine. When she gives an update about that. And then Kara, who has a table set outside of the Logan County Health Department with harm reduction materials of many sorts. And then the Mason County or the Havana Public Library is soon going to have a shelf dedicated to that. The time when they're going to put it up is TBD on that, but it is huge for that. So it's very exciting. So we continue to help support and increase that, which is awesome. We want to work with partner organizations to increase access to recovery housing. So we will continue to foster our relationship with Oxford House and maybe push to have a women's house. So right now there is a men's house, and I'll give an update about that in a minute. We evaluate readiness and investigate existing barriers for community safe housing options starting to operate in our area, build capacity for recovery community to support the addition of recovery housing in Logan and Mason, and then continue to discuss the need to add recovery housing with city officials. I just plowed through a bunch, but anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Or I just keep going.
Just a quick comment. Some of these things are really moving and they are in active progress. So I want to note that, which is really exciting.
Thanks, Nadia. You chime in when you want. Okay. Next objectives, we want to work with partner organizations to increase access to mental health services to provide whole person care for people with SUD. So we will continue to strengthen just relationships with Trillium Place, Carl, in Lincoln, and continue to strengthen our relationships with Memorial Behavioral Health in Lincoln. So thank you, both of you. And we definitely foster our relationships with you guys and are here to support in any way that we can. We want to create and support opportunities for multiple pathways to recovery to increase the available choices within Logan and Mason counties. So we continue to raise awareness of existing meetings, support organizations with date and times of current options. Jeanette is really on top of that. She continues to keep an updated card with updated meetings, times if they've changed places, and anytime that happens, she's really on top of making sure that that is communicated, which is amazing. We work to keep, obviously she's continuously updating, explore community readiness for additional pathways to recovery, so smart recovery, learn circle, etc. So we definitely are in the process of doing that. Jeanette has just become a smart recovery. So we are, once she's back, there'll be conversations about how to implement that. We advocate for resuming pre-COVID recovery meeting options locally. So currently local probation officers are referring to an online meeting that are based around Central Illinois. Do we need to change that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's more in person now. And Denise, I'm putting you on the spot. You are Unity Tazwood. I'm going to call you Tazwood. I hope that's okay. You have group meeting opportunities for folks, correct?
Yes, we have both level 1 outpatient and level 2, which is intensive outpatient services in Lincoln.
And those are all in person too now again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We never really did the not in person.
Got it.
My understanding.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll highlight this and I will come back to that. Sweet. Okay. Goal number 2 is to increase opportunities for people in recovery. So we want to grow the size of the RA by at least 10% each year. And I think that actually is definitely true. As I've known, it started with Samantha and Jeanette, and it has grown to be so much more. And having the Oxford House in Lincoln has also helped with increasing numbers. So that is awesome. We want to encourage initiative and support ideas for action in the community by members of the RA. I think the ROSC does a really good job of supporting the RA group with events and whatever you guys need. So we will continue to do that. Assist with the RA committee member development through networking and service opportunities, professional development, and or peer support, certification, and support and personal recovery goals. So we have done that and we will continue to do that, especially with the fact that you guys want to have more trainings, which is awesome. And then we recently helped Samantha with her certification. So we are absolutely supportive of helping anyone in that. And then we begin to lay infrastructure for formation of a board of directors, compromise of PLEs with the eventual goal of forming an RCO and attaining a 501c3 status. So that is a continuous thing that as the RA group becomes more as a consistent thing. I mean, it is consistent, but I mean, like, as we grow more and more and more, I think that is a goal that we could probably get to. Is there anything else, Samantha, that you would see that needs, or is it good? Sounds good. Promote CRSS success program to local PLEs for recovery specialist trainings and certifications through Heartland Community College and other credentialed programs. So we definitely help promote that. And we network with potential employers. We offer opportunities to for required supervised hours so that they can complete programs. So that is a continuous thing that we will continue to do. We will encourage participation in existing trainings and educational opportunities to raise awareness and educate members of our community. So we promote Faces and Voices of Recovery trainings with the ROSC members and the general community. So as Faces and Voices send out their trainings, we definitely will forward those off to our council, and then you guys can forward those off to anyone that you know. We encourage people to participate in monthly empowerment call. Nadia, can you hop in on that one?
That's through the state.
Oh,
The
yeah.
state has through a combo of IDHS Super and DMH. They offer empowerment calls for anyone across the state.
Sweet, thank you. And then connect with other recovery and action groups, which is something that we will continue to do. Our goal number 3 is to increase awareness around recovery. Before I continue, does anyone have anything they want to add or subtract or change or questions? Okay, silence is good. Cool. I'm going to keep powering through this because we have 7 minutes. Okay, cool. We're going to increase awareness around recovery, work to reduce stigma around substance use disorder. So we will continue to focus on person-centered language and have a stigma reducing campaign. So that is something that we are going to work on and continue having, through social media and flyers. Partner with existing events within the community to share recovery journeys, allowing increased public awareness of the obstacles people in recovery are facing. We'll create opportunities for PLEs to share their stories, connect with community recovery actions, and receive training, peer support. So we will continue to host 1 to 3 events per quarter to focus on PLEs having increased voice, direction, and recovery work in Logan and Mason counties. We'll continue to host a speaker jam and outreach and encouragement of PLEs to join the ROSC efforts and attend council meetings. Should we add the recovery walk into this? Yeah, okay. Cool. And we're just gonna, because we have 5 minutes left, we, evaluate, maintain, assess, then we'll create culture of advocacy for recovery. And I can send this out, honestly, so then we can continue on. So if you have any questions, you want to, edit anything, you can surely send that around to me and I will make those edits. So Oxford House update, 7-Man Home, they have 1 opening right now. Diamond wasn't able to be a part, but he's so appreciative of the community support and he's looking forward to working with the Logan Mesa ROSC. And they had an open house and I was not on last meeting. So did they talk about that one, or was the open house? They had an open house recently and it was successful. But so if you know anyone, Diamond's contact info is here. Sue, you're up. I got to you. If she's here.
Okay, I'll make this quick because I know the clock is ticking. So for those of you that may not be aware, I host a kind of a harm reduction vending machine, which is located in Lincoln. There's another one actually in Peoria downtown at the CityLink bus terminal. And there's one in Fulton County in Canton at the Fulton County Health Department in the lobby. So the machine in Lincoln was initiated on May 1st and provides nasal Narcan as well as fentanyl and xylazine test strips. And, any other organizations that may want to add some harm reduction type materials to this machine, please let me know, because I've got a few slots that are still open and available. For example, safe sex kits, condoms, that type of stuff is always something that I can add. So let me give you a rundown on some stats right quick. Started May 1st to date. There have been 441 boxes of Narcan accessed out of this machine. Also 469 fentanyl test strips accessed since May 1st, and 409 xylazine test strips accessed since May 1st. And, you know, we all understand the importance of having these life-saving things available for free with zero barriers, but also recognize that since this has been accepted into the community and hosted by a business, this also reassures and reaffirms to those that may be affected that look at people actually do care and are willing to do something to assist, whether it's, you know, overdose prevention or making connections for people, whatever it may look like, whatever it may be. So that's really all I got on that.
Thank you, Sue. And then, like I talked about the Havana Public Library, this will be happening soon. And then Kara, I don't know why I didn't put you on the slide, but you will be on the slide next month. I'm so sorry, because you have a table and you're important and I appreciate you. So if you could take a picture of it and send it to me, that'd be awesome. But the Logan County Health Department also has harm reduction resources outside their place. Is this going to continue? Okay, cool. So we have flyers and cards with recovery meetings. Like I said, Jeanette's really on top of keeping these updated. And the QR code takes you to other things. Reminder to spread the word. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Our next meeting is going to be December 21st at 2 p.m. And if you need anything, you reach out to either me or Jeanette or Nadia. Well, reach out to Jeanette via next year, January. Until you reach out to me and Nadia if you have any questions. So yeah, that's all I got. So thank you everyone for taking the time out of your day to be at this meeting. And you have a great rest of your day. I gave you 1 minute.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tristan. Hey, Tristan. Never mind. Are you muted?
Stop recording.
Oh yeah, we should do that.